the most expensive commodity on earth is not life itself, it's time. So, which we say, whatever takes your time, takes your thoughts, which is attention now, control your destiny, control your future, control your everything. So, in discussing of life, we have to pay attention with time. I was speaking with you today. I said, growing up as a child, I've never spent 5 hours anywhere without being conscious of what I am using that time for. And that was brought me this far. And this thing needs to be taught to the children that are coming up. Now, the danger of this thing without this understanding and being conscious of life is that there are so many institutions that deliberately exist to consume human time and at the same time destroy life. I will explain to you.
Hello viewers, you're welcome to another edition of the Truth Market, and we are here for another version of it and hope you're set and ready for today's edition. We have all the way been giving you some mind-blowing topics, and I hope the content has been enriching. And to some, or to a large extent, I know you have learned so much from this platform, and that is why Truth Market is a market you cannot just do without. So we beseech you to stay and watch. Don't go anywhere. Make sure this video, you watch it to the end, because as usual, we have come with another package. I am Divine Susie, and here with us is our resource person. As usual, you know, today, be ready because he will always deliver. All right, the person of the servant, Fanacho, you're highly welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes. In the show is Sister Fulfillment, and I want to say welcome to the podium.
Thank you, Sister Susie. Welcome, our viewers. Please stay tuned. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Bro Jutu is here in the show, so you're highly welcome.
Welcome, viewers. The Truth Market is a fountain of freedom. Maximize the moment.
Maximize the moment. All right, whatever you are doing, please drop it and make use of this time because it is very important. All right, without wasting much of our time, we're going to the business of the day. And guess what? We're going to be talking about life. Life in two perspectives. We're going to be looking at life wasted and life spent. But I'll channel the question to the servant as usual, and he's going to give us a breakdown. Okay, so I come to your table and with this question about life wasted and life well spent. So we're going to be putting it in this way. What does it mean for a life to be wasted or for a life to be well spent?
Then if you ask me that, I will ask you what is life. Because the question should have come from knowing what life is. How do you know whether you are wasting something or not when you don't know what it is?
That's right.
If you don't know what life is, how did you discuss a wasted life and a world that is well spent?
That is what is cracking the puzzle, so we can keep our fingers crossed.
Yeah, so the question should have been, what is life? Before you start talking about the wastage and the usefulness of life.
Okay.
Yeah, because if we now begin to discuss wastage of life, then everybody will be thrown off balance, just like what we said. Don't look for anything unless you know that which you are looking for. Know the attributes, the characteristics, so that when you meet that on the way, you will know. So if we didn't discuss what life is, then how can we talk about life wasting? It's because people do not know what life is all about. That's why so many people who are even wasting their life claim they are enjoying it and they are making good use of it. So you see now, you yourself, something is wrong there in the question, right?
If we come directly to say what is life, it will not give us the direct this thing we needed, because life is what everybody assumed to know. But if we come in this perspective, then you are coming now to ask us and to tell us.
There's no assumption in science, and we are spiritual scientists. You don't assume anything. Everything in science must be provable. You want to go back to Catholic Church, Assumption Day?
Okay, yes, sir.
Right.
We redirect the question.
It's okay. So it is very important that you're looking for something. You know what you're looking for, so that when you see it, you'll be able to identify. And people who have not known life, all right, are wasting it, thinking that they are spending it. You get the point? So life is nothing but the gap or a time frame between the day of birth and the days of death.
Okay.
So that period is what is called life. Then somebody can be in life but not alive.
Okay.
You understand? Now this is where now we get this twin definition of life well spent and the one that is wasted. Then in a literary and symbolic definition of life, life is a lighted candlestick.
Okay.
Right. Yes. Which immediately you light a candlestick, the consumption starts. It continues decreasing. So whatever you want to make use of the candle, when the light is burning, do. If you didn't make use of it and the candle finishes, you're not going to take another person's candle. Because it is one to one person. One to one person. So in the whole discussions of what we have had so far, I think this is the summary of everything we're talking about. Because so many people are being deceived in life. Because they are not conscious of life, their existence. So they just think that life is by chance. It's not by chance. That's why I'm defining it symbolically, because when you go to the book of John, chapter 1, verse 9, he said, this is the light that passes through any man that comes into this world. So as soon as you're coming into the world, your own candle is lighted. Put on the light, put on the light, put on the light. So many people, when they come into the world, some person can take their candle. Some person can quench their candle, their light, and they start existing, feeling very comfortable, not knowing that their life has been taken. That's why I'm telling you, some people can be alive, can be in life, but not alive. So there are so many people that are no longer alive because the light in their candle has already been taken off. Now, the alive, somebody being alive, is making proper use of that time you have here on earth. Okay. Then if it is not made use of, then it is a wasted life. Now, making use of life, you must know the activities of whatever you do in the physical world must be 100% in alignment to the perfect will of God. That's Matthew chapter 6, verse 10. Let your will be done here on earth as it is in heaven. So, we have discussed it now, the time frame. I think there was something we discussed that had to do with life. We're talking that there are spiritual essence of life and physical essence of life. Then, spiritually, we live forever.
Okay.
But physically, we don't live forever. Because this physical body is made up of matter that respond to wears and tears based on the atomic interactions and frictions that goes over time, then the body begin to deplete. Now, in this journey of your belt to your delts, every person, every man born here on earth has been destined on the day he's going to live here on earth as a dead person. But when your life is not well spent according to the will of God, you find out that this life will be truncated. And when it is truncated and life is not explained, many people still feel comfortable with that. That's where you begin to hear life well spent, RIP, rest in peace. Now, somebody who did not live his life here, a fulfilled person, can never rest in peace when he dies.
Okay.
Because this is a school where we are meant to test, to know how to use our life. Then life is run over what? Life is run over time, which is 24 hours in a day. So it's a lubricant that God gives. As soon as you are existing here, every day they give you a quota. 24 hours every day is given to everybody to spend. So anybody who wastes time, wastes life.
Wow. Come again. Anybody
Who wastes his time, wastes his life.
Because life is measured by time.
Because time frame is what we use to measure the time frame. So these two things goes concurrently. And when this understanding strike in you, you become so conscious of what you came into this world to do. And know that any place you find yourself, be it discussion in a business environment, in school, wherever, and that discussion does not have truth, elements of truth in it, run away. Because according to the 10th laws of truth, it says that truth is cumulative and expansive. So whatever you are doing and it doesn't have a cumulative effect, you are wasting your life. You are wasting your time. Because in the future to come, when you look back, you will not see anything to lean on. Because that time which you lived in, it doesn't count. I'm trying to let you people know the parameter and the yardstick through which you know that you are wasting time. So to a large extent, humanity have been wasting their time. Then immediately you say somebody is wasting time, know concurrently that he is wasting life. All right? Okay, so now we said by equation that truths over time creates heaven equals to heaven, and lie over time is hell. You know the equation? Right. So if you are using your time, time is a constant now, 24 hours given to everybody. So if you are using your time in truths, you are producing, creating, and designing heaven on earth. And by extrapolation, after you shall have left the earth. Then, if you are using time, lie over time, you are generating hell. So by this equation, truth over time is equals to heaven, peace, fulfillment, riches, abundant life without sorrow, and all that. Why lie over time is equals to hell, poverty, sickness, confusion, and all that. So immediately you become conscious of this, you are done for real. So you become aware that anywhere you are spending your time on, you have to check, this thing, is it built on truth? Now, I'm now going to show you where the whole world is lost. Because nobody is conscious of this. You find so many people matching lies with their time. Then tomorrow, whatever a man soweth, that he shall reap. It was written in the book of Galatians. And that is what we said, that every action you perform here on earth generates a spirit. Every action performed here on earth generates a spirit. So when you do good, over time, it generates a positive spirit. You are interacting with spirits and generating that which would give you whatever you need. And whatever you are doing that is negative generates hell. So coming to this division now, we have seen that this is the most important thing people need to be sensitized. Don't you know that aside human thoughts, the most expensive commodity on earth is not life itself, it's time.
That's on earth.
On earth, yeah. That's thought is for human, the spiritual aspect of a man. Yes, time is the physical aspect of a man. The most expensive things on earth is there. So, which we say, whatever takes your time, takes your thoughts, which is attention now, control your destiny, control your future, control your everything. So, the discussing of life, we have to pay attention with time. I was speaking with you today. I said, growing up as a child, I've never spent 5 hours anywhere without being conscious of what I am using that time for. And that was brought me this far. And this thing needs to be taught to the children that are coming up. Now, the danger of this thing, without this understanding and being conscious of life, is that there are so many institutions that deliberately exist to consume human time. And at the same time, destroy life. I will explain to you. Because everybody has 24 hours in a day, then those who are negatively minded know that there are so many things they cannot be able to use that 24 hours, which is scarce, to do by themselves. So what they do is that they sit back and think, how many people that do not know the value of time in their life? If you go out there are too many. That's the beginning of slave trade. Because one white person then knows that he has only 24 hours and he can't farm this plantation within that 24 hours. So he has to go and look for people who are foolish and ignorant of their time. He can pay them or hire them or force them, so that if he have 30 people under his control, it will become 30 multiplied by 24. You see that only him will have the results. I don't have calculator here, but let me use a number that is calculatable. So if you have 3 slaves, that is 74 hours, which only you could not do. So you have enslaved people who are going to do that. But nobody who has value and understand his time can accept such purchase. With further to say, I hope you people are getting what I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, somebody went to university, spent 6 years or 5 years, depending on the course. If you multiply it in hours, it's rolling in millions. He finished it. He paid money. He claimed to have learned something. He came out in the society. Now somebody who is a capitalist will employ him and pay him 50,000 naira or 100,000 naira every month. Is it not slavery?
Based on this explanation.
Based on this explanation, which people did not know before now. Now, in your 30 days, if you divide it by, we use 30 to divide 70 or 100, you find out that what you are being paid for is infinitesimal. So, and people continue graduating, continue following this rat race cycle, evil cycle. They're uncomfortable. Why? Because they don't know the definition of life. And they don't know that life runs concurrently with time. There's somebody can graduate in university, come and stay for 2-3 years, 4-5 years looking for a job.
You're generating a lot of questions now, sir.
Yes, no problem. I'm with you. I will answer all questions.
Wow.
Are you listening to me? For 3 years, you are looking for a job. To be employed by who? Employed by somebody who is conscious of his time, who has taken his time and he wants to mob up other people's time so that he will be able to accelerate and achieve more. But if everybody should be conscious of time, nobody will employ anybody without paying a price that is commensurate to that. Because the money you are giving to me to buy my time, my most expensive commodity here on earth, does not worth it.
I hear you.
It doesn't worth it.
You're demystifying capitalism.
Yes. You understand? It doesn't worth it because this is a treasure. Now God has given us all the raw materials that if you are able to gain this understanding, you can be anything. Now, this raw material, which is time 24 hours a day, with your thoughts, if you use them properly, you can create anything. And when that person who wants to come and use the whole of your 6 hours or 24 hours in a day comes, you say, no, my time is precious to me. I can allot you 2 hours. I'm not saying you shouldn't work, but it should not be abused as it is being abused in the society today. Wow. Now, I'm going to allot you 2 hours. And these 2 hours, depending on the value you have put in your time. Those that have not put value into their time, sell their time cheap.
I hear you.
But those that have taken time to put value into their time, sell their time expensive. Like people like us or so many other people that speak, there are so many people, their 1 hour is like 1 million, 2 million naira for appearing in a stage. The reason is because he stored value in his time.
Wow. This is making more meaning.
He stored value into his time. You know how you load credit cards?
Yes.
That is how a wise person who understands what life is, loading his time. At the initial stage you want to do anything, don't look for money. Don't look for fame. Don't look for popularity. Continue updating and loading your time with value. So the credit card, your ATM, you make purchases based on the something you loaded there. If you don't have credit and you slot it in ATM, what will it say? There is no money. You will see a lot. That is still those people who do not have value, put loaded in their time. Their time is used. You can take somebody and say, okay, stay here till the next, just like what they did now. There is a roadblock because presidential movements. Let me not go there. So now, but you find out that somebody can stay from morning till night standing in one place. You can go, you are waiting for somebody, the so-called big men. Because I call it so-called. Because a big man should try as much as he can not to have poor people around you. Let people that are serving you serve you on merit, and they drive joy in rendering service to you, not because of the fact that they think you have money and they are poor. Because if everybody is taught how to make use of his time and his thoughts, everybody will become successful. And that is when you see that resources we have here will be okay for us. It will go around.
Yes, sir.
You see? So now, this is how slavery began and continue till this day, until the coming of the New Jerusalem. And as many as will be privileged to listen to this. So if you load value into your time, when somebody comes, you people bargain. 2 hours is also amount of money. Then when they give you that 2 hours, it shall have done something. Because immediately your value is loaded, you have skill, you have sincerity, you have speed, and you have accuracy.
That's right.
So the work that takes someone who does not have value to his time, like 10 days to do, somebody that has loaded value into his time will just use like 2 hours. He's done with it. Then you pay him, he walks away. So let us know that the only way to make this society move, because we came for the entire human race, is this thing we are doing in Truth Market.
That's right.
That every child must know that the first currency, nature currency, God gives to you is time. Valuable, physical, valuable commodity. The richest man in the whole world has that 24 hours, as you do. Then you use your life, which is existence, to load that, your time. So time is a constant, but life could be a variable. Okay. You understand? Yes. Life is a variable, but you can make your life a constant by living right and immortalizing your life, your time. I mean, immortalizing yourself by putting value into your time. Because when you put value in your time, whatever you create, all right, is going to last forever. But this, your flesh, will go by. So those people who are now polluting the society are making life that's supposed to be heavenly hellish are the people who don't know this topic you people brought today to discuss. What is life? How do you live the life? And how do you spend life?
So can I come in a bit?
Are you getting what I'm saying? Yes. Right. So these are the things that is paramount. People supposed to be taught in churches, in schools, and everywhere they go at a tender age. Very, very paramount. Now we'll see what is happening among the slave masters. Religion. One person, he doesn't even have value loaded in his own time. But the point is that he's smarter than them. So he now begins to look, how can I use They use lie over time.
That's hell.
Yes, they generate hell. How can I enslave these people? Then you see 1,000 people, he has their time. If he demands you that on Monday you are going to come to church and stay till morning, that God said, you do it. How can God say for you to waste your time, which he gave to you as your essential commodity? Now, they gather, Monday, Tuesday, they are in the church. Friday, Thursday, and all that, they are there. In the night again, their time is still being used. So, you see that this group of people are written off. So they are economic wastes to the society. That's why I'm going to.
They're not living life.
So they are in life, but they are not alive. Because how would you know this thing now, I can cause it to be alive if I wash it. If it is dirty, it means there is no life here. Because life is the act of moving something from one stage to the other. So if I can make this thing alive now by shaking it. Then if I get it automated in a robotic form, it become alive in mechanical living, alive, because it continue shaking and changing position. So someone who cannot move from one realm to another realm, from one class to another class, from another stage of life to an economic stage of life, there is no growth, there is no expansion, there is no movement, there is no advancement, there is no increase. What you see is stagnation, the person is dead, even though he's alive. And the religion, beats me, are the people who have this way of squandering human life here on earth by buying their time. And instead of telling them how to recharge and load their time with value, they load their time with praying and fasting, which that time does not recognize it. Like a chip. You understand? Yeah. If you use Nigerian currency now, I mean ATM, and slot in and press dollar will not come out. Because Nigerian ATM does not recognize that. So heavenly ATM does not recognize praying and fasting. What recognizes is value, capacity to solve problem, which you impute in your time. Then you can withdraw from nature and withdraw from human. You withdraw from nature by communicating with nature when you have a need, a spiritual need. Then you put up a demand, angel will supply it for you. You communicate with humanity by solving the problem to them based on your value. Then you slot it, you receive something in return. Then you find out that life is going to be smooth. But where 1,000 people is following one person, multiply their 24 hours by 1,000, you see. But why am I telling you that these people are not even smart? Because why they are not smart is that they are not even using them for anything. It's just to, you understand? Yes. So that's why religion is even the worst part of it.
But they're collecting their money.
Sorry?
But they're collecting their
They got from where? They got from...
She said that they're not using them, but they're
collecting.
Yes, that's, we're not talking about money. We're talking about the money God has given us. I'm not talking about paper now.
Okay.
But I'm trying to tell you what can even make you to have that paper called money. You understand? Now, these guys now who are standing in the pulpit, all right, controlling people, they get you energized, you go home, nothing. These are making use of their time. I've told you people, you know where the song, gospel song will be well sung? In a factory. Where guys are producing something so that when you start singing it, they will be energized to work more and produce something that is physical. But if song remains on after singing, you go, you are still wasting that time. It has to be channeled into calling something that are not physical in existence into being. Then that's when song is a stimulant. Now, but because people don't know how to make this thing effective, then that's why they go into
Songs.
no alcohol. Alcohol, they drink in factories to stimulate them. But that is what song that generates Holy Spirit would have done. But because people don't know how to consume it, it becomes a problem. So I think
Thank you, sir.
this is it. Time and life is everything. And nobody on the earth should use your own. I'm telling you. Take your time. It's a medium of exchange. God has given us raw materials that anyone who knows how to make use of his thoughts and his time can be anything, and you can't be under anybody. That's what Jeremiah 31 to 32. He said time is going to come that these guys is no longer as it was. I took them by hand to take them to the promised land. But time is coming when these people who will know me, I write a covenant in their hearts. They will know me from the beginning, from the least to the greatest among them. So this covenant in heart is educating people that there are certain things God has given to you that is inalienable to you. And if you perchance lose it, you are gone for real. I'm telling you.
Time is one of it.
Yeah?
Time is one of it.
One of it. Many people have gotten to 30, 40, 50, nothing. They look back, they could not see anything. Because someone told them something and somebody told them something. You see somebody sit back, I'm trusting God. Trusting God on what? You are not doing anything. No productivity, no activity, nothing. You are trusting God. Okay, you are looking for a job. Which value do you have? I said this someday in our teaching. Do you know that? Give me your spec. Okay, this wristwatch, this is your spec. What you pay it for is not this thing. Because the person who created this spec is not the person who is not the creator. He extracted it from nature. This watch, the same thing. He didn't import it from heaven. He extracted it from nature. And anything received from nature is free. Isaiah chapter 55 verse 1. Come, eat and drink. What God has revealed to us, that's 1 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 9 to 15. Freely. So anything sourced from nature is free. But what you pay is time. It took the person to assemble this thing and produce it. So this wristwatch now, if it is bought 10,000 naira, it's not the wristwatch I paid for. What I paid for is the time it took the person to produce this thing. Because none of all this material he used to produce it, that is his own. But he produced it because he has loaded value into his time. And he knows how to go and get a stone and grind it into powder. After grinding it, he mix it, he get a chip out of it. He knows how to melt gold. After melting gold, he do. Then a useless person say gold is valuable to those who know the value. So someone who does not put value into his time can see gold and will use it to crack kernel and feel very comfortable. All right? Because he cannot convert it into anything. So now, this thing now can be sold 1 million naira if it is difficult and time consuming to produce. But if one person can mass produce this thing like 1 million in 2 hours, this thing will be free.
Or cheap.
Wow.
Or cheap. Or virtually free. It could be free as well if everybody in the street is producing it or can produce it.
Exactly.
Then it becomes free. So you find out that things are expensive in the society, like Nigeria as a case study, in a country of lazy and religious people, where they don't know how to make use of their time, but everybody wants to have money. So if Nigerians are being educated, there is nothing like infrastructural development that is necessary as far as we are concerned. Every money should be channeled in human infrastructural development, intellectual development, capacity of self-realization. This message should be, laws of truth should be bought by millionaires who are sincere and philanthropists and begin to share it. Because that is the most important thing. Let humanity be awakened. You cannot build an apartment, put, what is it? A cow. Yeah? Inside aeroplane, and you think it will behave corporate.
It's not possible.
You understand?
Yeah.
You cannot put a goat in a furnished apartment and think that goat will cooperate and sit in a cushion and begin to say, yeah, you can never forget that man.
Goat will remain a goat.
He will always be a goat. Because he has not been trained and it is not used to this environment. So infrastructural development is useless. The more you do it without developing human capacity, teaching them how to use their time and truth over time, forget it, you cause problem. What happened in Abia State or in Anambra, Abia? Pat Nnaji came, Bat Nnaji, and yes, and made lights free, constant, by building a power plant. Now that power plant did not reach up to 3 months. There was a coffin in there, a lockdown, because of a riot, killing. You remember?
Yes, sir.
Okay, they shut it down. But this is a state that have come with infrastructural development people have been looking for. To tell you that light is not our problem. Life is our problem.
That's right.
Electricity is not our problem. Good road is not our problem. It is road that leads to God that we should be looking for.
This is telling what happened in the north.
Okay.
In this protest.
Okay. The road that leads to God. And Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Nobody can go to the Father except through me. You see? So we pick Jesus, which is truth, and pick Jesus, which is life. And now use our own time, which is not Jesus' time. And now put it into practice. And now find out that even if it will not take 1 year to make Nigeria greater than Dubai, if you can just see people who embrace the teaching of the New Jerusalem, share the laws of truth, call us for seminars, we have put value into our time, we can explain what is necessary for someone to stand. If we can have only 100 self-realized people in Nigeria, Nigeria will turn to a paradise. But these are a group of people who grew up from child, learning how to speak in tongues, to pray 7 times a day, to meet Babalao, and all that, and all that, and all that. Use charm, use gerrymandering, use kidnapping, use killing to assume a political post, which we told you people, leadership is a lifestyle. You understand? So when we now educate humanity on the right way of using time with life, you find out that people will be able to produce and everything become cheap. But what brought me here now is that why are things expensive? Because these guys don't know how to make use of their time. That's all.
Great.
Can I come in a bit, sir?
Okay.
Beautiful explanation as ever.
Okay.
You have led us to know that life is measured as time frame from birth to death. And you have highlighted, reviewed the indispensability of time to a productive life.
Yes.
Very, very important revelation.
Okay.
And you have led us to know here now that religion seems to be the greatest platform for wasting time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is a revelation because it's an irony That's why in the contemporary society, we're finding out that countries that are atheistic are seeming to be more productive. Countries that don't worship anybody. So there comes my question now. Is that a productive life is a life that is lived well is a productive life. Now, in terms of productivity, what of those who are productively working for Satan? Are they living, are their lives well lived? They are creating things. Perhaps solving problems, but working for Satan. Those who are producing, those who evolved the internet, and so many other things. So I want to know their lives. Is it well spent? That's number one. Then let me give another one, so you can answer that before the other ones. Now, what is the place of, because from your explanation, it seemed like, or it seems like, for a whole lifetime should be spent on productivity, every moment of one's life. What's the place of rest in a productive life? Let's take it two at a time.
Okay. Now, the people you say they are creating things, but they are working for Satan.
Who are productive?
Yeah. But they are working for Satan.
Yes.
Now, this is it. This is why we are saying religion is evil. Because they call names. Yet, if you want to follow them, they can't lead you to anywhere. You understand? Now, number one is that many people you think are working for Satan are not really working for Satan.
Okay.
These are disappointed folks who depended in a religion. But religion starved them to death and wanted a reasonable and thoughtful person to die hungry. He had to pull out. And now, eventually, still because that person is not fulfilled and does not have truth and does not know Jesus and does not understand Jesus, which is the way to life. Now, he can go and liaise with Satan. The devil, you know, is better than unknown angel. So now, at least, I can lay hand on something and see results, even though I am cheated by Satan. But there is no problem. Because these people who claim to be holy, I have followed them and they couldn't give me results. So whatever you call Satanism, ritual is a failure of those who claim to be religious, who claim to know God. But people built their trust on them and failed. Check any inventor. They grew up from a religious family. But when they grew up now and find out that, hey, this thing is not leading us anywhere. My father is a manservant and he couldn't pay my school fees. And was a pastor and he was a liar, even right in our own home. He was a man and there was so many things wrong in him. So now I have to look for alternative. Then that's what we talk about, practical lie and theoretical lie. Satan gives practical lie. Theoretical truth. No. Religion never spoke like truth for one single day. Because if somebody is speaking truth, you can try it someday, it works. Then you can use that one that works to solve every other problem. You understand? Yeah. What we call it, the religion give theoretical lie. You understand? Then Satan give practical lie. Practical lie in the sense that whatever Satan tells you, he means whatever he says and he says what he means.
Yes.
But a religious person says what he does not mean and do what he does not say. You see the upside down now?
Yes.
So now people are following Satan because at least if Satan tells you, use alligator pepper and savor and oil and palm wine, I will meet you in the night. You do it. It will appear. He say if you gave initiation and do a blood covenant, in the night we will meet in River Niger. He will give you address. You sleep in the bed and meet him in the River Niger. But religion will come and tell you that Jesus is coming next year.
Wow.
You see?
Yeah.
So now, should I be waiting for Jesus? is to come after earthquake? Or do I follow this one who is close by River Niger here?
Give me evidence.
That have evidence. Do you understand?
Negatively cited.
Yes. Do you understand? So now I have to follow the person whom, if I do a blood covenant and kill 30 people, he will teach me how to manufacture a car. So now, all these people now who are useless, so to say, now they feel drive joy. That Satan will know how to brainwash them and they start killing people. You are not hot, you are not cold. You don't kill somebody, which is not good that somebody should be killed. But you are killing yourself. And you are killing yourself not for anybody. You are killing yourself for yourself because you are helpless.
So is their life well lived?
So I'm coming. Okay. Now, this is the way. If Christianity find its fruit, that is to say that the wealth of the Gentiles, as written in the book of Revelation, should be converted, will be brought in the house of the Lord. So now, if you are an evil man, and evil gives you creativity, you manufacture a car, you will not have peace. That tells you that is from devil, and their time is well spent, but their life is not well spent. And that's what I'm going to.
Time well spent.
Yes, life not well spent.
Wow, this another.
Yes, because for life to be well spent, you have to be peaceful and live a fulfilled life. But you see so many of them die of cancer, die untimely death, drink alcohol, sniper, commit suicide, even after manufacturing everything. Why? Because Satan wants to transfer them into soft copy by killing them. They need their spirit. You understand? So if Satan gives you talent and ability to do something, when he finds out that you have finished that thing, he still needs you. He's going to kill you with any form of sickness. That's why they die frustrated.
That's right.
When he kills you, he will now wait for your spirit. Because you handed your spirit over to him on agreement when you are here in the physical world. So he will teach you everything that is needed to know so that you can manufacture. Then you will use it to create fame and popularity here in the physical world. Then wages of sin is death. You people are not really understanding this Bible. You remember? Yes. The wages of sin is death. So after you have gotten the fame and popularity, they are interested not in the money you are making. They can even give you trillions. They are interested in that spirit that does not die, which is now spiritual slavery, more effective, where police will not come and arrest them.
That's why they will now transfer you.
I transfer you to the other way. No police, nothing, nobody. They own you for life.
And whatever they say, do you.
In the spiritual world. So whatever they do, so it's a business. So now, if people begin now to realize themselves, one is that this occultism and ritualism will stop. Why? Because God will now be revealing his essence. And nobody will see something that is perfect and working and go and make a covenant. However, if you choose to sleep in the graveyard and do whatever any ritual wants to do, go and manufacture a car. If you manufacture a car, we will come and buy it and enjoy it. And when you die, we still continue driving the car. You say your name is your own, you want to make name and become famous. There's no problem. So you understand that all these things is manipulation and all began from religion. Because those people you are saying, cultists, they pulled out after they are being frustrated, tried so many things in religion is not working. Even though paganism is still religion. But when the desirable is not available, then available becomes desirable. So if you can't be them, you have to join them. So nobody on earth has brought a square truth as we have it today that can give you everything and whatsoever you will ever need in life. It has never been done anywhere. But today, We are the benchmark. And we are creating a platform where everything that is godly and perfect could be measured. So that is it. So their life, their time is well spent, but their life is not well spent.
These are powerful phrases.
Yes, you get the explanation? Right. So this is it. And everybody should be ready. You see all those ritualists, you people should show me any car manufactured by a demon. Give it to me.
Your house built by them.
A house built by a demon. If the person is no longer ready, let me come and take it. Let me see how the demon will come and attack me in a house. He will tell me whether he's the one who manufactured sand, who created sand, and created a bulb, electric bulb and all that. You see? So this is it. Your second question is what?
Yes, for a young man growing up, ambitious, and wanting to fulfill his life, what's the place of rest in productivity?
Okay, the place of rest is that's what we said. Productivity, why are you we don't rest in heaven.
Okay.
You understand? You know, what people are suffering is that they make doing good as if there is no option in truth. They think that option of truth is evil. That's the alternative side of truth is evil. No. When you come inside truth, there are so many things. That's what Jesus was saying. In my Father's house, there are so many mansions.
Okay.
So you can navigate from truth to truth, from truth to truth, from truth to truth, and you spend your entire life without traveling outside truth, and you live a fulfilled life. So now, what is rest? Even if you are walking and your spirit is not at peace, you are not resting. But a person who is working from morning till night, like me, I can start from morning till night. But I'm not tensed up, perturbed. Why? Because the spirit is what is carrying the body. It's not the body that is carrying the spirit.
Okay.
So the question of rest is a state of mind. That's what you should understand.
That's a serious one.
Yes. Question of rest is a state of mind. You can be weaving clothes from morning till night. Your spirit is calm and you're peaceful. Then this is it. Let me tell you what tears life. It's not sitting down. You can be sitting down yet you are not resting.
I hear you.
Why? Because your spirit is traveling from places, daring impossibilities, and he hits his word and come until bounce on the body. What crack life is the impatience, anxiety, worry, over expectation, false expectation. Now you become restless even though you are sitting down. You had a problem before I met you.
That's right.
He will sleep at night, snore, but when you wake up, you will still be feeling dizzy.
Restless.
Because the spirit is not resting. Because of this ambition you are talking about. Hadn't you ambition? Yeah?
That was why.
Okay, that's why you are asking on personal experience. Then I catch you. Have you seen it? But me, who was even doing a harder work than you, I sleep, wake up, sound and all that. Why? My spirit was at peace. You know, like as we're talking now, if you allow me now, I'll give you 30 minutes, I'll sleep off. Why? I have control over my spirit. I can regulate it. Nothing troubles it. That's what Jesus was saying. I hand over my spirit. I submitted my spirit to God. Submission is different from dying. So someone who has truth and you are productive, you know when to rest. You sleep off. Tomorrow you continue. And life becomes just like that.
Even sleep is part of the work.
Yeah, sleep is still part of the work because it energizes you. Is it not what, like I knew?
Honestly, I was Immediately I went there.
Your mind went there.
Yes,
Yes. I was telling her, when I was a cyclist, a commercial cyclist, and when I was a tricyclist, a commercial tricyclist, I said I did 2 hours. 2 days in one day. How do I do it? I will go to work by 5 a.m. energized with the dew of the morning. I'll walk 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 8 hours. By 12, I've gotten enough money, I'm done. I go and sleep. I take my bath, I sleep. When I sleep, I'll sleep till it is 4 o'clock. The sun has gone down. When that sun has gone down, I go out, I walk 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 14 hours. 7 in the morning, 7 at night. But those who do not know the power of time and how to make use of it, they will start by 6 o'clock, walk till before 6 o'clock, the sun, the heat of the sun, and not breaking in between will make them to get. If you see where there are quarreling passengers, you think there is another thing. You don't know that they have overlabored themselves without understanding that power of resting. So you become more productive when you understand the science of life and the science of time, and you have truth within you. So thank God I discussed it with you today, not even knowing that this question is going to pop up. Thank God you asked this question. Now I am using this thing to explain to you how I get to 7 hours in the morning, 7 hours in the night. Is it not 2 days? Then those that work 7 hours stretch by coming out by 6 o'clock, walking under the sun and all that, they get breakdown. They will not even make half of the money I used to make. And they go home angry and frustrated. So productivity is to frame a child so that he knows that it is a lifestyle. You are not doing it to help anybody. You are doing it because it is your life. You know, this is still this problem you have in the religious sector. Because somebody do not know that God is omnipotent and omnipresence and omniscience. And two, does still not know that we are representative of God here on earth. And does still not know that we can mimic nature in order to operate in this physical world. Okay, look at somebody's heartbeat. It pumps 72 hours. Beats per minute. According to scientists, it fills 500 tanks, GP tank, liters of tank every day by that system of pumping. And that is what you do for 70-something years, for 80 years. Every day you are filling tank, but you never get bothered because it is programmed, it is bit by bit, step by step. You understand?
Yes.
Now, as you go, because this is your question now. The animal that lives the longest on earth is tortoise. Why does tortoise live longest? Because of its heartbeat. Never in a hurry, slow and steady. To cap it all, I still told you people that the mysteries of eternity and the secret of eternity. Somebody asks you to use foot to travel from Africa to Europe, Nigeria to Europe. Immediately he said go. You use speed and start running. I say, where are you going to? So I want to go to Europe. Now, you will die on the way. But a person who understands this issue, science of productivity, life, time, and truths and how to combine them properly. If you are asked to use leg and go to Europe, don't cry. Continue walking slowly but surely. They say the mills of God grind slowly, but it grinds exceedingly small. Now take the step and begin to go. Wherever night catches up with you, sleep and continue. Before 20 years, you get to Europe. You see? You see what people don't understand? So you are following life in one-sided paths, not knowing that God is everything. Now people will now walk and say, okay, all work, no play, makes a jack a dull boy. Then after working for some time, you see the person in beer parlor. You see the person with a stick of cigarette. You see the person with a weed. He tell you are recreating. It's not recreation. You can recreate yourself in good. When you understand that there are so many varieties of alternatives inside good. So it's not when you drop good, you see evil as an alternative. That is how humanity has been trained.
That is it.
Understand? Yes.
Good is now seen to be stressful, so to say.
Yes. So good has become stressful by Satanism. So somebody will now doing good. Satan will now come and tell you, hey, all work, no play makes a jack a dull boy. Let's go and have some sex. Let's go and play around. Let's go and drink alcohol. It's Satan's suggestion to put on distraction into you. But I'm telling you that if you leave your duty post and go and drink alcohol, you can't come back the same.
That's it.
Immediately you are coming back, you are already distracted. Your attention is on the how many bottles you drank and how you are being treated outside there and all that. You lose focus. So those things which they brought as an entertainment is a distraction and satanic in disguise. We have treated that football has a demonic and satanic origin in YouTube. And this is one of the reasons. Because anything that takes your time and takes your attention control your life and destroys you. So these are the things which we should educate humanity. Like I taught these children when I say if you want to read, reading is not boring. I just finished discussing about how I read, you right? Yeah. Reading is not boring. What you do, bring chemistry, physics, biology, and put them in the table. When you read chemistry, 30 minutes or what, and find out you are getting this thing, recreate yourself with physics. If you are getting tired, recreate yourself with biology. Recreate yourself with agriculture. Before you finish navigating that way, you find out that biology has become your boyfriend and your girlfriend.
That's right.
All right? And from there, you become more productive than you should have been. So we should educate them to recreate themselves in good, not with evil. Now, too, look at religion, what they did. When they want to a place, a building is where they assume God to be, not in their hearts. So on a service day, they will come to meet God in the altar and in the church or in their temple or wherever. When they finish prayer, they lock God inside and go home.
Leave God there.
Yes, the God you this is your place now. We are going to beer parlor. We are living here. Or by next Monday or next Sunday, we are coming to meet you. So bye-bye, God. That's why when they come and raise prayer, what they say is, Holy Ghost, come. Where did Holy Ghost go? Where did he go? Something that is with you every day. It's Satanism. That is the reason why they are promoting second coming of Jesus. It's a distraction. Jesus lives in you, in your heart, in your thoughts, in your word, in action. So what would they do again, more than telling you that the Savior of the world, who is now omnipotent, omnipresent, and omniscience, is going to come back again? So start drinking alcohol. If you hear that there are too much earthquake, pestilence, run to church and begin to make confession. Remember what happened? The year 2000. When Y2K, when they expected that the world was coming to an end. Everybody bought a candle and repented by force. I don't think beer sold that day. That year. I don't think beer sold that year because everybody repented, which we call graveyard repentance. When there is emergency, you start looking for God. So God's supposed to be in you wherever you go. So productivity should be a lifestyle. I said it to you people. I told you today, there is no business I've not done. Then from being a graduate cyclist to a tricyclist, from a tricyclist to what. But I keep on telling you people, I've never suffered for one day since I was born. It's people looking at me that are saying, hey, you are doing a tedious work. It's not a tedious work. Just like now, I'll stay from morning. People will call me and say, hey, Daddy, are you still in the church? I say, yes. I say, hi. You should go home. Go home and do what? I'm in my father's house, catching fun. You understand? All right, so this is it. It's something you do not understand well. Is when you are doing it, you get suffocated. And two, something you won't use anxiety and impatience to follow. That's what becomes a burden to you. And something you use targets. That's another thing. You remember? Yes, when you are using targets to do anything, it makes you a useless person. I've explained it someday, but I'm going to explain it for the benefit of this. If you have targets in whatever you're doing, these are the two dangers there. If you achieve that thing, you think you have arrived, you will relax. Yes. If you didn't achieve it, you condemn yourself. You think you are no longer complete because you didn't achieve it. So when you are going into life, we said it, don't take life seriously, but be conscious of life. So don't do anything with a target. Anything you did not finish today, tomorrow you continue. If you didn't finish it tomorrow, next tomorrow you continue. Provided, make sure that whatever you are doing is in line with that. But don't put yourself under pressure in order to achieve anything. So that is how to spend time. I still go on to let you know about more things, because this is very important. It's important. We said it in the 80th laws of truth that truth is not celebrated but marked. You don't have to celebrate good thing for crying out loud, because it should be your lifestyle.
That's why the celebration coming.
You understand? So celebration is coming in because these people are in darkness. Okay. So they mark one day out of 365 days. Only one day. You are coming out of cage. To say, hey, I am happy today. Today is this. Then after that one day, you wait for another. Then you go back in agony. Like so many, the so-called man of God, who tells you that I spent 2 hours with God, 10 hours with the Lord. Okay, if you finish 10 hours with the Lord, if you go outside, you stay with Satan. That's the point. That's the implication. Don't deny this one. That's the implication. But you shouldn't mark anything that is special. I have told you people time without number. I don't have altar. There is no time I will say, hey, I want to pray to God. To pray to who? There is no me without God, and there is no God without me. Are you there? God is existing in me because of me. And I am existing in God because of God. So dying and mine and dying. God read it in this thing. All I have is yours. So there is no way, there is no day I'm not with God. You are seeking for the face of the Lord. So which face is you? You created in the image and the likeness of God. You beat your wife, hate yourself, and go to the mountain looking for the face of God. Maybe stone is created in image and likeness of God, right?
So you answer this perfect.
You people,
Let me come first with the second one.
you understand? So this is it. So please, productivity should be a lifestyle.
That's right.
The guy, when you do something, nobody should be looking at you as you have done anything. Meet an intelligent students, all right, in schools. When they take first in class, it's a normal thing.
That's it.
Because it's their nature. It is a fool who by chance take first will say, hey! Before you know, you see the person in canteen. Like what happened to me when I was in primary school. I took second. I was crying, like what happened? Then my coming out, I see somebody who took 15 eating buns.
Wow.
Eating buns, enjoying. I say, what? He said, what is it? He said, he took 15. So we should make good a lifestyle. It's Satan that came, punctuated all these things, tell you that today is Christmas Day, so that they will introduce a Satan clause, the clause of Satan. They introduce so many things, introduce alcohol. Do you know that if celebration goes, all right? Yeah, if celebration goes, alcohol will go. Entertainment industry will go. So why won't they promote it and use it to distract people and tell you that you have to celebrate your birthday? Are you celebrating your birthday? Were you the one who brought yourself here? Are you celebrating your birthday? What have you manufactured in your name? Disgraceful nation. Are you listening to me? Birthday. So all these things are multi-millionaire institution deliberately setting up that. You see, Valentine is a conspiracy. It's what? A conspiracy, which has come into the church till today. That so many churches are identifying.
Officially.
Yes, officially. Say today is a Valentine. Is Valentine Jesus? So if they don't push all these things into the society and sneak them in, they will go out of the system. So thank you. Ask more questions on that.
The next question is, you let us to know that a life well spent is equated as a truth over time.
Yes.
And that will give you heaven.
Yes.
So, and everyone who is productive is meant to spend life very well, should be productive, generating heaven. So, for the benefit of our listeners and for us here too, how can we sustainably generate heaven? And what is the place of Christ's challenge in a productive life, in a life well spent? How do you manage it, sustain your heaven? What is the place? Does challenge punctuate your...
You see, I will keep on saying it. We are created geniuses by nature, but we are made fools by nurture. How do you sustain peace? How do you sustain eating? And how do you sustain the air you breathe? Everything from nature has to be ceaseless. There's supposed not to be breakage for it. So, challenges is not older than truth. You understand? Now, wherever you see challenge, there is ignorance there.
You can say that.
Quote me right.
Even if it came to you without you being responsible.
Even if you are not responsible, there are ignorant people around you who want to impose a certain things on you or ask you to give things you are not worthy to or you are not qualified to because they don't have reasoning and understanding to know that this is, you are not in the mood and you don't have the capacity. You know, when we come here now and begin to talk about how to live a perfect life and teach all of you people will be like, is it possible that somebody can live perfect life? Now, when I now say I don't have a problem, people say, how can you say? I say, okay, I've implicated so many people who don't have problem. Now, if I want to pray, what am I going to ask God? That's the point. Now, you have to tell me my prayer points now. No. You have to. If I want to pray now, what am I asking God? It's blasphemous. Am I asking God what? In fact, I will not talk again until you tell me what I should beg God.
You ask God for others now. Prayer should not be personal.
Yeah.
So pray for others. Pray for others.
Religion does not do that. What will I ask God now? Why will I pray? Like if I want to pray now. I will ask God for long life and prosperity. Who own life? If not him. If I'm not his property. Will I ask him to bless me? Who is busy and productive that he is not blessed? All right? Blessing is ngozi. Ngo ozi. A reward given to you because you went for an assignment. Tell me what I'm going to ask God now. So you find out that sustaining peace is easier to live right than to live wrong. Because the losses in wrong is unbearable. Haven't we taught it in financial class? It is easier to be a rich man than to be a poor man. And we proved it arithmetically and scientifically. Because we said anything you give 5 years to follow, you conquer it and start making money out of it. But if you happen not to give 5 years to something valuable and load your time, you can be poor for 30 years and for a lifetime. So which one is preferable? So the truths and the challenge is that truth has not been explained to people so that they will know the reason and the benefits in living right. So if you just come with explanation, who do you think want to suffer? Failure is a roadblock. We explain it. Yeah. And success is a road network. The good I have lived in life, growing up as a child, has helped me to save thousands of people. And I'm still counting. Yet I'm fulfilled. Now, who is a failed man on earth that can compare to me? Do you understand? Yeah. So everybody wants to be like me. Like somebody was telling me sometime that I should reduce how I talk about myself while preaching. I say if I don't talk about myself, I will talk about who? I talk about Ezekiel. This is me, you know. And I'm telling you experience of how to, don't you want to be like me?
This time you talk about yourself.
Yes, yeah?
As in, I don't understand.
Okay, that's what his own perspective. But this is why I hammered it. As I begin to talk about Jeremiah, who is Jeremiah? Do I know him? Is he my grandfather? Eh? I'm talking about me, whom you can see, to tell you, don't you want to be like me? So you have to listen to me. I'm telling you my garbages, my past experiences. Come and ask me. Is it not provable? I will say Goliath. I will say Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. When did I know him? That's what Jesus was telling them. You people keep on searching scriptures. It's called false humility. You understand? False humility. Somebody is teaching you how he built a car. He says he's talking about himself. So he will not tell you. A singer is telling you the type of food he ate to develop his vocal cord or her vocal cord. He says he's talking about himself. Then stay there now. So these are the things that people should be aware of. Then when you become aware of it, then you will go far. Is that your question?
Yes, sir.
Your question was?
In sustaining heaven.
Yeah. So.
The challenges, how do manage challenges?
Yeah. Have you seen it now? There is no problem on earth.
Yes, sir.
That is not self-created and self-caused. Religiously established. Because they told you that life is a battlefield. Christians suffer persecution. I've never suffered persecution for one day. Nobody have ever called me name to my hearing. You understand? Yes. All right? So when you approach things from a negative way, they deliberately give you a heavy load. So that when you start suffering, you think you are doing the work of God. But anything you do with stress, God is not there. Let me tell you the one that is truth.
Okay.
Anything, whatever you are doing, and you are not peaceful, God is not there. You are doing it on your own. So learn that one now.
Okay, so
Is your question answered?
Yes.
So when truth comes with explanation, people will find pleasure and joy and fun in doing good. So to me, I'm a living example. I've never suffered since I was born.
That's a very, very strong.
Yes, I've never suffered. I've never been frustrated since I was born.
And that's the choice you have made.
It's not choice, it's awareness. It's like I'm repelling it and let me claim I'm not suffering. No,
It's not claiming.
and it's not claiming. I developed my spirit. Okay, when I was a cyclist, I was a graduate. No graduates. In fact, if it is going to appear in Guinness Book of Record, it should be the first graduate who willingly become a cyclist. Willingly become, I submitted myself to being a cyclist on choice, not by force. Because I knew if I didn't do it, a point will come, it will become by force. So people who are looking at me were like, okay, this guy, are you mad? Are you crazy? Are you this? Are you that? But I know I wasn't. I was okay, relaxing. You can imagine that when I was a cyclist, a commercial cyclist, I have 3 people I pay their school fees. 4 people I was paying their school fees on scholarship. For you to see the consciousness there. Now, if I'm complaining, how will I sponsor somebody in primary school, secondary school, as a motorcyclist? You can't go. But I was so comfortable. I know amount I kept every month for them, and the one I kept for myself in every month. So will you call that suffering on my own side? The answer is no. The same thing when I was a tricyclist. I have amount of money. I buy bags of rice. I use my keke napep. I transport it there. I share it. Will you call it suffering? No. If I'm complaining and suffering, I won't extend charity work hand to other people. But I was in agreement with my spirit.
Understandable.
You understand? Okay. So I think this is it.
wow. Okay. All right, let me ask this one that is coming from what you have said.
Okay.
The first one I wanted to ask was, when you were describing or you were talking about somebody who is living a wasted life.
Yeah.
You said a wasted life is a life that is not built on truth and doesn't have cumulative effect.
Okay.
Now, I was asking, based on our audience, who doesn't understand what cumulative effect means, and who will now begin to ask again what is truth, although during the explanations they come up, but I just wanted like a touch on it. That's one. Then the second question is, now what of a person who is using his time, he's working hard, but he died a poor man? Can we say that such a person wasted his life?
Okay. Thank you.
Time.
Thank God for that word you use, which cannot depart out from you people's mouth until you learn more. He worked hard. I work smoothly. I don't work hard. The success needs hard work. You see? Hard work. Are you cracking stone? Even if you are cracking stone. You understand? There is nothing like hard work. That's where your question is still coming from. Inspirational speakers speak it. You need hard work. Hard work to do what?
To succeed.
You know? Now, when you do anything out of tension and target, as I said, you rubbish yourself. You won't achieve much. And that's why they get frustrated. Everything you want to go into, should go it calmly, peacefully, slow and steady. Let it become your nature. And also know how to convert your time into money. That's the challenge of those people
Okay, that are poor.
that are poor. Because these charlatans and eloquent philosophers and capitalists, that's what I'm saying. They know how to buy your time. You crack time, spend your time, weed, farm, clear ground, fertilize it, and all that. They will wait for you because you don't know yourself. On a periodic market day, you carry a bag of beans. Come. They will not come in the morning. Am I communicating with you?
Yes.
They will not come in the morning. You will stay there under the sun till in the evening because he knows that you are like a rat. Your life depends on the paper you are going to get. You don't know that you have done a harder job. He will wait. When you hopelessly in the night, you see there is no buyer. He will now come and tell you, Madam, this beans is how much? This goat here is how much? Yeah, have you eaten since morning? He said, no. A goat that is sold 10,000 naira, it can price you 2,000 naira. He said, give me. Give me. Now, he will collect it from you, peanuts, and go to the city and sell it times 3. Begin to use your brain. So now, to you, according to you now, these people are hard work. All right there? Then we now come to religion. Your pastor will be there. Cross his leg. I feel the presence of the Lord. The Lord is with me. Oh, God will bless you. This year is your year. Now, he will not teach you any strategy of how to make money. The principles of making money. You will stay in the altar and decree. Some fools will be there. The contract that was supposed to click without the man of God's declaration. When he clicks, eventually, you pay tithes and sow seed. Then he say, yes, I decreed, I claimed, I hold the word he said. No principle. These are the things you have on your own done. He didn't teach you anything. He didn't send the Spirit to you. He collect it. Now, that person, monkey they walk, baboon they chop. When you claim it and what's supposed to happen, happen. When you bring active problem is something that we now know that you are a man of God. Now, spiritual problem comes. Real time. That requires this man of God now to decree and declare and tell devil to remove his hand there. He will give you 30 days fasting. Are you there? Then tell me what makes him man of God. So you go and start working hard and die in the mountain. You leave your business and go to the mountain to finish that 30 days fasting. You come back, you say, okay, it's well with you. God will see you through. Then he goes. If for adventure it happens again, he say, I told you people, nothing like fasting. Now, you see, now they begin now to measure. The other one say my own is 21. The other one say, okay, if you need private jet, you have to fast like 100 days. Like are you there? But on normas, it is a man of God that's supposed to fast on behalf of the congregation, as we did. After fasting, you sign agreement with the Spirit. They go there and make their money. After making money, you give them a spirit. They make the money, they give you money, you give them spirit. Any spiritual problem they are having, you solve it. Today, Barisokorobia, all right, we went to the village to destroy idol, a demon that hijacked the money they are expecting. Wow. We go to the mother's, the wife's house. We came here in the church and saw a big bat that is as large as this house. In the spiritual world, we want to scan the people in the church. Then we now say, okay, let us destroy the thing. We now begin to trace. We find out that that bat came to take life. And the life of Okorobia's wife. Then we started going to their village. I don't know, he's from Yoruba.
He's a Yoruba woman, yeah.
We now had to go there, destroy it. I put the phone, when we were in the spirit, I put the the phone on speaker. I said, listen. I put it on. I said, listen, we're in your case. After solving it, we went for Okorobia. Okorobia's, there was something that looks like a car, they stuck one place. That is stagnation. Then we got there. There are 2 fairies, demons, monitoring that to make sure that this man will not move forward. We dealt with all those that and settled it. We didn't even call them. He was the one calling me when I was coming to class now. Maybe the wife had told him. You understand? Now we have cleared way for him. Now the money that is hanging now is going to drop. Then when it drops, this is an active spiritual walk. You know that this thing wouldn't have worked if without God factor. Are you there? Yes. Then you see it practical. You clear way. We say, wait till tomorrow you see results. Then you see results. Am I communicating with you? Sir. So now, to you now, people in religion are working hard. Let me use the word of the word of the inspirational speakers. They are working hard, but they are not working smart. So you, they are working hard. Okay. So putting a square peg in a round hole does not work. You must put a right key to every right door. That you have a bunch of key does not mean that you have access to the right key. Yes. You can try so many keys, yet you have not gotten the one. But when somebody comes and give you the right key, this is why should people even struggle? I go back again to wonder. What is so difficult in this world? It's just that what brings confusion in life is looking for a solution without sufficient information.
Okay.
When you have sufficient information, explain truths. Who God is, who life is, what time is, and what time is, what life is, and all that. If you understand all these things, why do you labor? I can sit down here and do work 30 people cannot do by sitting down here. Then when those people come, I begin to trash it. I've used my spirit. Everybody should learn how to use their spirit. Look at our church. With all these things we are doing, we don't have prayer warriors. They wanted to form prayer warriors. I said, I don't need you people to sustain the church. How can you sustain church? Have you sustained yourself? Prayer warrior for what? 2 angels I build relationship with will do what 1,000 prayer warriors cannot do. You pray under hunger, complaints, and worry. If sometimes we raise prayer, you start praying for your brother in London. Is that what you should come here? No, you people should go. Let me go and build a relationship with 2, 3 angels and tell them what to do. And they start working. So you labor in vain when God is not involved. When God comes into your life and Holy Spirit, you are working with Holy Spirit, there is nothing like labor here on earth. Are you listening to me? Now, the effect of Holy Spirit, which the so-called religious people don't know how to make use of it. A little child that knows how to ride caterpillar or payloader can pull down this whole building just by pressing a button. So if you have the leverage of Holy Spirit, everything is a smooth ride. So there is nothing like working hard. Okay. So these people need education. To be educated, that there are principles to everything. Those that are working hard are those that are not using principles. And principle is God. And God is truth. And truth is Jesus Christ. And truth is anything that you do that does not have negative effects, both in the present and in the future. I'm answering your question now.
Yes,
your second question.
Yes, that is
truth. Yes. Something you do that does not have negative effects, both in the present and in the future. Then, to know more about the laws of the truth, go to the laws of truth. All right? Yes. Okay, so truth is that roadmap that directs you to the will of God. What to do and what not to do, and get it right without fumbling. Lie. Okay, truth again is saying yes to yes and no to no. And lie is saying no to yes and saying yes to no. I think this is a very straight-cut definition of truth. When you say yes to what is yes, and say no when no is needed, and say yes when yes is needed, then you are a truthful person and you are living in truth.
Okay.
In a direct definition.
Okay.
So what you call working hard, you understand, never existed. But people use it to intimidate people. Like so many pastors, I was listening to them. You know, I don't sleep at night. I tarry with the Lord. I study the Bible. You are studying Bible. You are not a Bible. I don't know when last I read Bible. You should ask me why. Whether unconsciously or unconsciously. I don't know how last I read Bible. Do you ask me why? I've uploaded it. It's no longer here. It's here. It's in the heart. When Bible is here in your brain, you quote it. When it is in your heart, it leads you to action. You live it. So it's a different thing altogether. So those that are cramming it and memorizing it and having it in their bed before they quote John 3:16, God so loved the world. If you love the whole world.
Please, I want to come with you.
It's not done. There's one. Please.
Are you listening to me? Yeah. So now, after quoting it, give us the results. Give us your report card. Nothing. You know, there is no evidence to all those quote. Do you know? It's dry. It is in the brain. It's not in the heart. When it digests, you know, when you eat food, it takes time to digest. When you listen to the word of God and read it, when it digests, it comes to your heart. It push your hand and you begin to walk. Is that okay? Yes. So hard work should be eliminated.
So,
are you there?
Yes.
All right. Life is hard. Life is hard. Tell me what God denied humanity. Why would life be hard?
So to a large extent, those that died poor wasted their life.
Those that died poor. Go and read Jeremiah chapter 5 verse 6. He said they are foolish because they don't know their God. And Daniel said in Daniel chapter 10, those who know their God, they do exploit. In that Daniel chapter 10 or 11, they do exploits.
I love this.
Those who know their God, you do exploit. So, poverty is a state of mind, which we ask, is it timidity that causes a man to be poor? Or is it poverty that makes a man timid? Answer me the question. Timidity, yes. So poverty is a symptom of a failed spirit. Yeah. Poverty is a symptom of a disorganized life. A life that is not well utilized.
Amazing.
Yeah. So it's a symptom. So the question has already answered itself if you're a poor person.
Wow.
Oh, valuable person.
Wow.
Yeah? There is nothing poverty in God. There is nothing poverty in God. So you can't be following God and become a poor person. A Christian cannot be a poor man and a poor man cannot be a Christian. Call me anywhere. I will explain. John chapter 20 verse 27. Say, let the greatest among you become your servants. So you are not solving a problem, you must die a poor person. Then if you are solving a problem in a wrong way, you will still die a poor person.
The money you get them will destroy you.
Are you there? Yeah. Apart from money you get destroying you, that's tension, anxiety. Where are you going to? What you didn't do here in the physical world and get it completed. Okay, how did I say it? We said it that nobody can exhaust his destiny. In truth. Your destiny is infinite. So, when you live a life calmly and peacefully, productively, anything you finish undone, when you die as a saint, All right? Then, those that are going to continue in the same line with you, in the spiritual world, Jesus said that we are going to be like angels. Then you can still come through telepathic inferences and transfer information to anyone who is dedicated as you were dedicated when you were in the physical world. In that field. Then you inspire the person to continue. That's what the devil does. The people you see manufacturing evil things, immediately they become quiet or kill 2-3 people. Their emotion bank will increase. And devil will use that as a channel to inspire them to do a greater work. I don't want to go there. But this is it. So we are short-lived in communicating with spirit because nobody have died a perfect life, a perfect person, a fulfilled person. So if you are not fulfilled here on earth, is it when you go to the heaven that you are going to be fulfilled? Or will even heaven accept you as an imperfect person? You'll be rejected because nothing imperfect can go to heaven. So it is time we now begin to educate people so that anyone who is living here in the physical world will live a perfect life. And whatever you didn't finish today, your children can finish it, still under your lineage. Look at what is happening. If somebody have eye problem and die, the children will have eye problem and die. If he has a cancer, they will die and pass it on to the another generation. So evil is inheritable, but truth is not heritable. Can you imagine that?
Imagine.
Because of confusion and how society has denied people what freely belongs to them. So life is a continuum and death is a continuation. So when you are dying, it's a transition. Your spirit lives on, even though the flesh is gone. So if you have been a good and a perfect person, a New Jerusalemite, a living saint, your life continues. So you can inspire other people. Where do you think I'm getting all this information from? If Jesus is not around. Is it through being too read, too educated? No. If you start talking about educated people, we should be talking about the Jude. You understand? Yes, I'm not well read to a large extent. But this is me telling you something that happened 2,000 years ago. How it happened. You understand? Why? Because there is connectivity. Christ is just there. Holy Spirit is just there. Telling you what to say. There is no preparation about anything that has to do with God. And that is how it's supposed to be. So people should need education to know, one, there is no hard work. I think it was your wife that called me before she came up someday, right? He was telling me, how is the hardship in Nigeria? I said, I'm not in hardship. I'm in smooth ship. My ship is very smooth.
Yeah.
There's no storm.
But that language, honestly.
Yeah?
That language, hardship.
Yes.
That's eating deep into
You
human.
see? Hardship. Hardship. Is there any storm? There's no storm. Truth is greater than any storm. Let them come. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Is your question?
Cumulative effect.
Cumulative effect. Cumulative, I think, is mathematical. Cumulative is something that can be added up. Additional. Increase. Something that has increased. Now, if you are a drunkard, there is no certificate for being a drunkard. If you drink from now till next 10 years, there is nothing you will look back and say, yes, this is my reward for drinking. So drinking has no cumulative effect. If you are a smoker, there is no way day you come and look at the boot of a cigarette you have dropped and say, okay, let me pack it and go and sell it. Understand? Yes. That this is cumulative effect. Or that why I'm smoking and dropping this thing is that tomorrow I will tell my children, look at how many sticks of cigarettes I smoke.
So is it cumulative in the negative?
That's what I'm still telling you. It's not cumulative.
Okay.
Understand?
You said anything you are doing that is not cumulative.
Not cumulative. But is it cumulative negatively?
Negatively, no. It is not cumulative negatively. The reason why it is not cumulative negatively is because of 47th laws of truth. Hold on. 47th laws of truth says that truth is transferable and expansive. But lie is transferable but not expansive. Now, cumulative in the negative sense, all right, leads to destruction.
That's right.
But if we are talking about cumulative in this way, we are talking of increase.
Positive.
Yes, positivity. Something you can look and see the reward and the benefit and can help you from generation to generation. I think that's what I mean. If you have slept with 1,000 men or 1,000 women, there is no certificate to that. Instead, it destroys you. You see? So it is not cumulative. But 1, 2, 3 you learned in primary school, you are still using it to today. A, B, C, D you learned in primary school, you are still using it today. That means it is cumulative. And you are proud to use it and tell the story of how you schooled. So that is cumulative effect. And that is truth. Is your question answered?
Yes.
All right.
Well done, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah. I want to come in this value and money. Adding money to your value.
Adding value to
Value
your
to
money,
your money.
to your time.
Or time.
Money is off.
Okay. Now, when somebody goes to school and maybe finishes and come and is working, is it not the money is getting?
Yeah.
Is it not the value we got from school? Number one is that education. Is it a value?
Yeah.
That's number one.
Yeah.
Then if it is, if you finish and you got a job, maybe the job is paid, let's say, all the day. Then is it commensurate to the value you get in education? That's one. Then secondly, is what about these people that they call like let's say musicians? You're talking about time. Value. Then they call them, maybe they sing for like an hour or two. You pay them in millions. How about that?
Okay. Now, the first question was education.
Yes, sir.
Now, education is value depending on what you studied. One, if you study anthropology, sociology, it is a valueless something. It doesn't fit into anywhere. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Then if you politics, yeah, political science, all these things are things they used to buy time in university. Okay. Then if you study something that is scientific, that has the capacity to solve problems, or social sciences. Now, we are saying it is a value and it is valuable. But value needs to be increased. What is paid an accountant, a BSc holder in accountancy, am I right? It's not what you pay a chartered accountant.
That's right.
Right?
Yes.
And the time a chartered accountant work in office is not the same thing a BSc holder work or a clerk work. All right?
Yes.
Okay, so the value varies. So when you go to school and become productive, what increases price apart from time is still demand.
That's right. Economics.
Yes, it's demand. That will lead to increase in price. So in a situation, I remember in the days back, or should I say ahead, when somebody graduates in university as a BSc holder, maybe you write first class, a company would come and pick you, furnish your building, your house, give you a car, and you start working for them.
From school.
From school, right from school.
Yes, yes.
Okay? Now, but even if you want to write plus first class now, all right? If you come, you roam in the streets. That means that value has dropped. So what you do is you continue increasing your value as time changes. I think I've discussed it with you, I know a professor who is a professor today. When I was in secondary school, I finished secondary school, he was in third year. When he finished third year, when he finished university, he worked in Lagos in Edge Leading Consultancy in Lagos. So when he came home, we were talking. He was telling me to come and enter school. I said, no. I say, you, continue in education. Your mother has money. Continue to do your master's. After doing your master's, do your doctorate. So that this, your study will become relevant. Because you study psychology. At a point will come, this thing will become valueless. So, see, today, he owed it to my credit. Then he picked up and started his master's. And after his master's, he did his doctorate. Now he's a lecturer in UNN, University of Nigeria, Nsukka. Now he's a professor. You understand? So he kept on following, increasing the value system. Today he's in America, today he's in UK, today he's in the other way, because the value system. But his mates are there, graduated. They didn't add value to that. So that is education for you. When you are putting value into your system, right? Yes, continue increasing it. Yes, because as long as it is a physical something, just like what I said, that what people pay is time and demand for it. When everybody have what you have, it becomes valueless. So if you put price on it, nobody is interested because everybody everybody has it and everybody can afford it. So the unit of time you put into that depends. Let me still go on to help the society. Somebody have told me, so many people come here, I say, do you have any handwork? What do you want to do? He say, I want to be a caterer. I say, caterer, is it handwork? Every good cook is a caterer. Go and look for handwork. Because 3 months I have become a caterer, a baker, a kitchen, whatever. You can talk about 3 months. So is that what you say is a handwork? When somebody can learn it within 3 months. But go and do a job that will take you 1 year, 2 years. Now, those people who don't know how to use their time cannot spend time, 2 years, learning a particular thing. So tomorrow they will come and hire you. But if it is something that you obtain so easily and so cheaply, you don't call it a handwork. Yeah. Like a man, if you tell the person, what are you doing? He says, I'm a painter. Painting, is it a handwork? 3 days, you become a painter. So any person that gets frustrated and the business go down can turn and become a painter. And even tilers. So you look for something that has value, that will take you time. Take you time and scarce. You understand? Now, look at what is happening now again. People, if you say, people get frustrated. What are you doing? I'm a pastor by the grace of God. Are you there? Okay. The value of a pastor has expired. True or false? But before now, somebody like Jude Obodo will bring 100,000 naira and say, man of God, man of God. Anybody he sees that has Bible, he is a man of God. And they will welcome to his shop and say, the Lord said. Yes, okay, prophetic offering. Prophetic offering. When I met him, I said, guy, sir. They ran him down economically. It's source that revived him. He started suffocating. Anybody that passes become a man of God. So these are the things. Man of God is no longer a job. And we are coming again with full force to pursue them out of the street. Let them go and interact with nature. Not that you're a man of God because you know how to read Bible and you can't use it to solve a problem. Huh? Oh.
Support the ministry.
Yeah. Is that okay? So these are the things. All these things, we're exposing them now. Something that put time. 3 months or 3 years, right?
6 months.
6 months. Bible school. Somebody like you can even cram, you can finish in 2 months. In 2 months, if you cram the whole Bible, you have become a pastor. So all these things are now depreciating. When truth comes, then you find out that we'll measure your value by the time you have invested in it. Is that okay?
Yes.
Then the gospel, the artists, worldly artists, right? Yes, it's still boiled down to what we are saying. When desirable is not available, available becomes desirable. If the gospel singers, all right, have known themselves, nobody will call a drunkard and a cultist to come and dance. Can you see that church has degenerated to the extent that they are bringing comedians in a church? You see? And they are being paid for coming and joking because the truth they know is exhausted. And they don't know what else to say. So it has gone that bad. So now, who is a star? I think stars should be children of God.
Yes.
Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Stars should be children of God. Now, these children of God, I've explained it. Which person is a star? And when you are coming into the world, you come as a star. A star follows you. A star follows you as you're coming into the earth. That's the light that is going to supply you and coordinate you. Immediately they see a shooting star in the spiritual world, not in the physical. They know that, yes, a child is coming. They will follow that child. All right? Now, why is human being represented by stars? Because of this is our head, 2 hands, and 2 legs. So it has 5. This is how you stay in the space. So each person is there shining. That is the reason why Jesus was the only star that fulfilled his destiny here on the earth. That's why the intensity of his grace and power, darkness could not hold it. And when he was born, the star was following him. Physically, people were able to see it. So if we are talking about those that are stars, who are the stars? They are the children of God. Now coming to celebrity. What is celebrity? Celebrity is cerebrum. It's a part of the brain that tinkles people.
Okay.
All right? That gets you excited. Cerebellum. All right? Then that's where you get celebration and get celebrity. So a celebrity comes to a celebration to make people's brain to be tuned up.
I hear this one.
Yeah?
I hear this one.
Okay, you hear this one. Okay. Make people to be excited and tuned up so that they will be able to release some enzymes that will touch their medulla oblongata. The place of creativity. That's the meaning of a celebrity. So people who carry Holy Ghosts should have been the celebrity. That's where I'm going to.
Yes, sir.
They should have been the celebrity. But the destinies of men have been rubbished. So if we are talking of star, Jesus' own star appeared physically. Everybody saw it. And it was recorded that the 3 wise men saw his star moving. His star, not saw a star. He saw his star. It's his property. The vibrations of the earth could not hide it. But because many people live an unfulfilled life, right? Their vibration is being covered. So they are not celebrity and they are not stars. Are you there? Today, if you go to church, they tell you to speak in tongues. Are you rapturable? Okay, speak in tongues if you have received Holy Spirit. I knew, and it has happened to so many people that have read our materials. But I knew in the Acts of Apostles, when Peter and Paul were speaking, people begin to speak in tongues.
Correct.
Because it touches their cerebrum. They get tuned up because they spoke to their soul. So it's still the failure of those that are rightful owner of celebrity is the reason why these occultic people who sell their soul to devil, their spirit to devil, are the people who are coming to know, they become celebrities because man have lost their reasons. Can you imagine that all these Nollywood actors, pastors, make poster together with them? Yes. Now so person is coming us together with them to do what? So everything has gone wrong and we are here. to correct anything that have ever gone wrong. So I think your question is answered. Thank you. All right.
You spoke so extensively about job creation. So is job employment not a life well spent? Because you talked about after leaving school, you derided job employment and you laid so much explanation on job creation. Does it mean that we should abdicate job employment? Is it not a way to live a life well?
Okay. Job employment is not bad to a large extent. But you should know that there is a difference between fulfilling destiny and fulfilling a purpose. A man fulfilling destiny is bringing something that have never existed into being. A man who is fulfilling a purpose is helping somebody who has fulfilled a destiny to distribute his destiny or make it okay. So in whichever angle you find yourself, there's no problem. But do it with peace, in truth, and in the spirit. However, you can fulfill destiny and fulfill a purpose at the same time. So we want people to do these two things all at a time, fulfilling destiny and fulfilling a purpose. All right? Now, this is me talking, explaining the things I downloaded from heaven to humanity. But I'm using YouTube. I'm helping YouTube to market their products. So I'm fulfilling their purpose. I'm using microphone. I'm fulfilling a purpose because without me, much of this will not be sold. All right? So I'm helping the person who sat down to create this thing. All right? But that does not mean I'm a consumer, 100% unquote. Because there is still something that is coming out from me, the person who manufactured this thing can use. You understand? So that time when it comes, me too, I would say, okay, bring. So this is how life's supposed to do. But where there is no truth, people center in fulfilling purpose. And in that fulfilling purpose, they don't have bargaining power.
It's a strong word.
You don't have bargaining power because you don't have anything in exchange.
You are not a creator.
You are not a creator. You are a consumer and a fulfiller of purpose created by someone. But if you have a destiny, you have fulfilled. All right? If you are fulfilling purpose with somebody, he won't use you as rubbish. You understand? Why? Because you too have where you are going to take to be contributive. So everybody should be a leader and a follower at the same time. Don't just be a follower. You should be a producer and a consumer. Don't just be a consumer. Is that okay? So that it become balance in life. So that is what we are doing. But 99% of the society today are consumers only, not producers. 99% today in the society are fulfilling purposes, not destiny. None of them is fulfilling destiny. So that is the reason why they can be rubbished at any time, because they don't have a back end to themselves. And they don't have internal security. So I think that is it. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. So everybody's supposed to fulfill destiny and fulfill a purpose. When you have truth, you become symbiotic relationship, and nobody will take you for granted.
So the greatest platform for time wastage, time destruction is religion.
Yeah. It's a very big platform.
So
Yeah.
the greatest platform.
That's
Just popped into my spirit.
okay.
Now, 90% of the world's population are languishing in religion.
Okay.
And thinking that religion is a way of being productive, serving God or serving humanity. In summary, do you have any word for them?
I don't have any word than the words that I have had.
Okay, so that's
But to a large extent, if you think that something is a way to God, know God by attributes, not by name. Know God by practice and your report card, not by assumption. So they assume that it is a way to life. Then why are you suffering? Jesus said, if you do not believe that I'm a child of a son of God, believe because of the works I do. Which is the work religion have done to humanity. Haven't you people suffered enough? Understand? For over 2,000 years. And the purpose Jesus came is to fight and abolish religion. That's why he came. Because it's an ideology. It doesn't have a universal inclination. There is nothing about religion that is universal. That's why when you pull out from this religion, you go to another one, you start again learning. But a child cannot go to America and start learning how to walk. Why? Because walking is universal. He can't go to America and start learning how to eat. Right? Because eating is universal. He can't go to America and start learning how to see. Because seeing is universal. So anything that is not universal or not explained, the nature of God in it belongs to religious people and confused people. You see? So now, if you are a Christian, one of my sons just came back from Benham University for screening. They asked him, have you baptized? Is it by immersion or by this thing? He told him that he baptized by Holy Ghost. The man said, what is baptism by Holy Ghost? He was slashing and scattering things. The woman said, okay, no problem, we will talk another day. Let me dismiss you, you are taking much of my time. Then he came, he told me, he was telling me in the office, no problem. When I'm going back again, I'll go with Laws of Truth and Book of Excellence and give him our messages to know that we are not jokers. Tell me anybody religion has saved. Tell me anything religion has manufactured. It was in the ancient time, during Ethiopian eras, Egyptian eras, that people who were natural and scientific discovered so many things. But because they were found in a group, it was assumed to be a religious discovery. You understand? Yes. Because they existed in a group, it was found. And by then, humanity was still looking for a way of connecting to nature and God and all that. You understand? So from that era, like 2,000 years ago till today, tell me anything religion has manufactured. If religion should manufacture anything, it's bomb and guns. Which they didn't even manufacture, but they patronize them in a higher way. Understand? And promote alcohol. And kill a ram that is innocent rams. Because of what? Because of their celebrations. So they patronize, they encourage and promote Satanism. Yet they claim to be following God. So people in religion, please and please, there is no sentence we make, we speak. 2, 3, 4 sentences, religion will not come into it. In the embassy of the New Jerusalem. Understand? Yes. Then, my brother also told me, this is why you are attacking pastors, it will look as if you are competing with them. I say, why am I born? If I did not come to attack them, who will attack them? Since 2,000 years, have you people attacked them? I say we're attacking a system. Have you ever heard me call any man of God by name? No. Have you heard me call any church by name? No. I'm destroying the fish pond. So when we destroy the fish pond, let us see where the fish, when they raise fish. So it's a system. Understand? We are destroying. And we must attack them. As in, attack anything that has to do with religion. It's a system. So we hate religion, but we love followers of religion. Why? Because they are people we need to pull out and remove the spectacle of religion so that they will be able to see. So this is it, and there is chance for them to ask questions. Thank you. Yeah.
In essence, a life well spent is not measured by accumulation of wealth and so many things you have.
A well spent life is a life that has peace. That has peace, solved problem that could be transferred to people historically. All right? Arithmetically, that people can continue with you objectively. All right? And progressively. All right? A life well spent are people who set up a generation. A generation fulfilling the book of John chapter 14 verse 12. He said, greater work than this shall you do. So there is difference between generation and degeneration. And the era we are before the coming of the new generation is degeneration. Generation is adding 1 to 100, which is perfect. And the degeneration is removing 1 from 100, below 99, downward. That means it is imperfect. So humanity have been suffering degeneration because nobody can do a greater work than anyone have done. Jesus did the work 100% perfect and say we are going to do greater work. That is 101. To add 1 to him and continue adding. But religion now came and blocked people and said nobody can be perfect as Jesus was perfect. So they have removed 1 from 100. Then the subsequent people that will follow will score 80, other 70, other 30, other 20, other 10. From now, we are no longer having up to 10 or even 1. So it's a degeneration. That's what happens between Abraham and the angel. Can I see 40 people that are righteous? It's okay, let me look. He think you couldn't see. He bargained with the angel till 10. From 5, he come down to 5. He still could not see. So today, what we have in Christendom is degeneration. Christ is already gone out of the space. All right? So we are now the people setting up a pace that everybody will be perfect and do greater work than Jesus did in his own area of calling. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you, sir. To wrap it up, because now I know people have listened.
Okay.
And some persons out there might be saying that means from this explanation,
Okay.
my life is a wasted one. Then the question now is there any duration of time or passage of time as to how somebody or when somebody will, make effective use of his life? Like what I'm trying to say is there any passage of time or a specific time given that when you don't do certain things, it will pass, it will be late?
It will be late. Okay, the truth is here is that no man is late who have found life. Or for who have found truth.
Okay.
Understand? And even if you find truth at 90, the question is not again to regret your past mistake. Because in reality, you don't die. So you can use the truth you get at your 90 to prepare your life after death. So there is no way somebody will find truth and begin to negotiate. Go and grab it. That even if it is 2 days you are going to live on earth, make use of that truth so that that vibration and the frequency will carry you beyond the grave. Because it is only truth that can survive beyond the grave. That's what happened between Jesus and the 2 criminals that were crucified. The other one said, hey, I'm late. The other one said, if you are the Son of God, make us not to be late. Then the other one said, hey, I'm late. He said, don't worry. Today, I will be with you in paradise. So, if anywhere, at any stage of your life, if you see the teaching of the New Jerusalem, grab it and start living it. I know so many elderly people, like Okwi's father. Okwi, how old is your father now? Should be 80-something. Yes. He has the laws of truth. He has the book of excellence. He listens to our messages and all that. He continued calling me, thanking God that he was alive to see this day. An elderly person, Papa Onyebuchi, was 72, the eldest in the village, when he came in contact with the laws of the New Jerusalem. And he can read. We took the laws of truth to them, to him. He read it. After reading it, he announced that he is no longer partaking in any ritual as the elders. They should come and carry their charm. And that's when they threatened him. Then we went spiritually and collected the charm and burned them. Today he's still alive for over 3 years. We have Papa Ifai from Oketiti. He was a knight, or he's a knight, whichever way. He found us. He should be 80-something still. He has retired in Abuja and have gone to village. He's the one that built Indomie Plaza in Marabaya side. Okay? So now he got it. He continued reading. He has finished his laws of truth. He continued reading, calling me on phone, telling me, wow, glory be to God that I found this before I died. Papa Kenneth. Papa Kenneth was about to die. The angel asked us to sustain him for 2 years and take a child. Chikaima. Chikaima should go to the village and stay with him to be putting our message, so that as he was in bedridden, he will be listening to that, so that our message would speak to him in the spiritual world, prepare his spirit, so that Satan will not trap his spirit when he dies. Which Jesus said, even the dead will hear the voice of the Son of God. Are you there? So there is nothing, it's not negotiable. That you hear us now, you begin to negotiate. Am I old? Am I this? Now, but what we are trying to do is, how do we now prevent problem instead of solving problem? And how we are going to prevent problem from happening? You know, religion solve problems, even if they can. But we are now preventing so that there will be no problem. So what we are doing now, and telling every parent and every family, is every child should have the laws of truth, the book of excellence, the life guide, and begin to read and listen to the teaching of the New Jerusalem, so that they will know the right thing at the right time.
Yes,
Understand? Yes. Now, that's what I was saying. What is the meaning of adults? Adult means a mind that is already adulterated. But I have to tell you, if your mind is already adulterated with religious teaching and dogmas, okay, if you have your phone, I'm coming back now to your question. If you have your phone and a contact virus, or there is an app that you don't like, what do you do to it?
flash it.
You go and flash it. So we are here to flash your things. So let everything you have known as regards God, flush them and let us reload you. We format you and reprogram you. So this is it. You can see our website and whatever, our materials. So if you want to repair, come. We will remove the old engine and put the new engine in you. Thank you.
Wow, this is awesome, and he has done justice to this topic as usual, and I know you are really blessed. After listening to today's episode, I know you can't remain the same again. Just like the last statement you made, it doesn't matter, how far you've gone in error, all you need is a retreat. Just, find your way back for a repair. All right, we've come to the end of today's episode as you have listened to us talk about life. And it made us to understand that life is just the time frame between when somebody was born and when somebody dies. And this life is controlled by what? Time and space. And it made us to understand that from everything we have discussed so far, your life is well spent or wasted based on how you maximized your time. It made us to know that a person who uses his time well is a person who is spending his life well. And anybody that is wasting his time is a person that is wasting his life. And what does it take to waste your time? It made us to understand that anything you are doing that is not in truth and does not have cumulative effect, which he explained, truth is anything that anybody does that doesn't have negative effect now and in the future. And anything you are doing that does not have a positive cumulative effect, that is, as you are doing it, it's not adding to your life, it's not increasing, it's not generating any value, then know that you are wasting your life. And anybody that have wasted his life has nothing to live for the upcoming generation, or nothing to pass on to. And a life that is well spent is a life that, you know, time that is well maximized. When you load your time with value, spending your time, adding value to yourself at each point, such a person has something to pass on to the next generation. There is always a continuity. So these are the things that we have learned today. A lot of persons are out there, you know, the things that they are doing, which has no cumulative effect, which has nothing to add to them, they call it enjoyment. They see it that they are enjoying life. But hello, you are wasting your life, you're wasting your destiny. And from everything we have gathered today, He has made us to understand that if you are in that category of people that felt that, okay, time has passed over and that you didn't get it right and you feel it's late, He said anytime a person finds truth, no time is late so long as you find truth. He made us to understand that we have these materials that are made available. We have the laws of truth. We have the book of excellence. These are powerful materials that God has given to us through the ministry of the servants, the Ifanacho. These are emotions trapped in literatures that has the capacity to repair you, to rewire you, to reprogram you, should in case you feel you've gotten it late in life. So all these things are things that you need. Make sure you distribute them to your loved ones, and also let's get the word and make it a better place. He addressed the philanthropists. There are a lot of persons out there, you are innocently, you know, utilizing your money. You don't know what to do with it. So long as you are sincere, pick these materials, spread them, and make it go viral so that the world will become a better place, a perfect place. And I hope I'm not leaving out anything. Should in case there is anything I didn't remember to recap, please do yourself well by sitting back. Watch it again over and over. There is a message there for you. And don't forget to hit the like button. Also comment, ask your questions. Yes, show your questions as much as you can. And don't forget to share it to your friends and loved ones. As we come to the end of today's episode, I remain Divine Susie. See you some other time. Bye.